Hello, girls and boys. It is Mr. McAndrew, the math coach, and as always, super psyched to be with you. So we are working on subtraction this week. We've been subtracting from 10, right? And then we subtracted to 10. Like we know that 13 take away 3 is 10. And we know that 14 take away 4 is 10. And 16 take away 6 is 10, etc., etc. So let's get into it today. We're going to focus on a new strategy that builds off of an addition strategy you've used before. But I am getting ahead of myself. Let's play our game. So do you see the cards? All right, have you seen any that go together to make 10? Remember, we're playing Mighty 10 because 10 is awesome. If you can get to 10, everything gets easier. So do you see any tens partners in here that when you add them up, make 10? If you don't see any yet, pause the video and take a look, and then come back when you've seen at least a couple, okay? All right, so what do we see? I see, for the first time, a 5 and a 5. Do you see that? 5 and 5 makes 10. I actually had to draw them in. You can see the circles are not as perfect. But 5 and 5 makes 10. Right? Okay, so there's one set. Did anybody see this 4 should go with what? Would 4 go with 7 or with 6? 4 goes with 6. Because if you have 6 and you add 4 more, so let's do it this way. If you have 6 and you add 4 more, whoop, you get 10. Okay? So 10 take away 4 is 6. 6 plus 4 is 10. 10 minus 6 is, 10 minus 4 is 6. Boop, 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 boop. Okay? This is why addition and subtraction are connected. All right. So we have our 6 and our 4. So those go together. All right. And then we have, let's see, we have a, what is this? What does this say? We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we've got another match right here. 7 and 3 makes 10. All right, awesome. Let's do one more set. Let's do, let's see, I'll put these, and these, all right? So let me get them in here for you. All right, take a look and see if you see any tens partners, okay? Today we're doing 10 frame partners. 10 frame, tens partners. All right, so do you see any? Certainly 2 and 1 would not work, right? If you don't see any yet, pause the video, okay, so you can find some and then come on back, all right? All right, so what do we have here? Do we see any matches? What is 9? This is 9. We have 5 and 4 is 9. So 9, what else would we need to make 10? Just a 1, right? So 9 and 1, that's a set right there. Okay, 9 and 1, put that dot right there, and you have 10. Okay, do you see any others? What about the 2? What would you need to partner with the 2 to make 8? You still need, let's see, 1, 2, 3, plus 5 more, so you need an 8. And here's an 8 right here. Did anybody see that one? Yeah, 8 and 2 makes 10. Good. And let's see, do these work? Does 7 and 5 make 10? No, you need a 3, right? 7 and 3 or 5 and 5. All right, awesome job, boys and girls. Let's do this. Before we get to your math packet, I want to review a strategy, an addition strategy that we used a couple weeks ago, okay? So I'm going to move myself down here, okay? And let's put this right here. And it's called the using 10 strategy, right? Remember, I keep saying the 10 is awesome, the mighty 10. So for example, if I was doing 9 plus 3, okay, what I could do is I'm going to use my double 10 frame. So I'm going to put down 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so if I'm adding 3 more, what I could do is I could say 9 plus 1 more gets me to 10. And we want to get to 10 because then everything gets easier, because now it's easier to add. Okay, so if I know that 9 plus 1 is 10, I still need to add how many more? If I've only added 1, I need to add 3. I've only added 1, so I need to add 2 more. So there's 9 plus 3. So you can break it up into 9 plus 1 gets you to 10, plus 2 more equals 12, right? Because essentially we have 10 here, 10 plus 2 equals 12. So we do it like, here, let me move this out of the way. So here we have, let me move my head out of the way. I'm just all over the place. So when we have 9 plus 3, we can think of it as using 10. So what do I need? What's my 10's partner, right? What's my 10's partner with the 9? It's a 1. So I just add 1, and I get my 10, but then I have to add 2 more because there's still 2 to add from the 3, right? Because we broke the 3 up into 1 and 2. And then we have 10 plus 2, which is a very easy fact to know, right? Which is 12. All right, so boys and girls, I wanted to remind you of that strategy because today we are going to use that strategy again, but with subtraction. All right, I know. It's wild, it's awesome, it's amazing. So here we go. Let's take out your math packet. If you don't have that out yet, please take it out, okay? And then come back when you're ready. All right, so you should put, make sure your name is on your packet, okay? And it should say Wednesday word problem with Mr. McAndrew. All right, so let's read this together and see how it connects to using 10. Okay, we'll see how this works. So it says Jay Lee has 12 eggs. A dozen eggs. A dozen is 12. That's when you get a carton of eggs and it's full, it's 12 eggs. If she cooked 4 of them, okay, 4, how many eggs does she have left? So clearly we are subtracting. So what I would like you to do first is I would like you to draw 12 eggs with your pencil or marker. Okay, so we're just going to make circles. 6, 7, 8, 9, that's 10. And then 2 more makes 12. Okay, so write that down. Okay, so here's how we're going to use the making 10 strategy. If we have 12, okay, and we need to subtract 4 because she cooked 4 eggs, right? So first, we're going to take away 2 of the eggs. So first, she takes these, subtract these 2. All right, so we've taken away 2 eggs. So far, we've done 12 eggs. Take away, we've taken away 2. And we still have how many? We have 10. Okay, so we're going to use the 10 again, but this time we're going backwards. We're using subtraction. So if we've taken 2 away, and we got 10, right? Here's our 10 right here. We still have to take away how many more? We took away 2, but we have to take away 4 in total. So we still, let me get myself out of the way again. Mr. McAndrew's always in the way. We still have to take away 2 more. So let's take away 2 more. Okay, so we took away 2. So we had 10, and we took away 2 more, and that gives us, how many are left? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so our answer is 8. So we had 12. First, we took away 2 to get us to 10. And now we're like, oh, 10 minus 2, that's easy. We've been doing that all week, right? That's why I've been having you practice. I've also had you practice yesterday, what's 12 minus 2? What's 13 minus 3? What's 14 minus 4? This is why. So now you can take those skills and put them together. 12 minus 2 gets us to 10. 10 minus 2 gets us to 8. And now you know what 12 minus 4 is. Eventually, you'll just know 12 minus 4 is 8. Like if somebody asks, if you ask your parent, they'll just be like, oh, it's 8. But this is a strategy you can use to think about it and figure it out. Okay? And we can also use these strategies later in the year with bigger numbers. So very exciting. So our number sentence will be, we started with 12. We took away 4. Kaylee, or Jaylee did. Jaylee cooked 4 eggs, and now she has 8 eggs, not legs, left. Okay, so there's another word problem. There's another word problem. Let me just grab that, okay, because we're gonna work on that. All right. All right. So we've done this problem. Okay. Sorry about that. So then the next problem I want you to try on your own. Okay, the same way that I did it, using the 10 strategy. So let's read what the word problem is about first, and then I want you to work on it on your own. Okay. So it says, Danny collected 13 shells at the beach. 4 of them broke on the way home. That stinks, but he still has how many? That's the question. How many shells does Danny still have? Okay, so picture that in your head. He's at the beach. He collected 13 shells. Have you ever collected shells at the beach? Sometimes my kids like come home with a bag of them, and then they just sit there all day, or for like the next 4 months. 4 of them broke on the way home. They are kind of fragile, right? They break. How many shells does Danny still have? Okay, so let's think about this. Use the double 10 frame the way that I did it, and think about how you can use the using 10 strategy, right? To count first backwards, right? Subtract to 10, and then how many left do you still have to subtract? And then write down your number sentence, okay? So once you've done that, come back to the video and we'll continue. But first, do the word problem and see what you get. All right, so welcome back, boys and girls. So we are going to continue our 10 partners subtraction, okay, to keep practicing that. But this time we're going to do it on a number path, or it's like a number line, but it's called a number path. And here's how you do it. So you just roll the die as you usually do. So I got a 4, okay? So if I'm at 10, right, 10 subtract 4, I'm at 10. I'm going to hop back 4. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I land on 6. Okay, see how I did that? I was at 10 and I hopped back 4 and I landed on 6. All right, so I'll do one more. Don't copy me, just you can do your own. I'll roll it again. Oh, this time I got a 6. All right, so I'm at 10. I'm gonna go back 6 hops. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gets me to 4. Well, that makes sense, right? Because we know that 6 and 4 makes 10. So if you subtract 4, you get 6. If you subtract 6, you get 4. All right, that's awesome. So that's how this works. So you want to finish this page. Okay, you can do that now. You can pause the video and do that now, or you can finish the video and then you can do it at the end. Okay? All right, so the last page for today looks like this, where we're going to be subtracting from 12, just like we did in the first word problem with Jaylee cooking the eggs, the 12 eggs, okay? So the way this works is we have 12 minus 3. So I've already given you the first 10 frame is all filled in. So if you want to think of it as eggs, we could do that. Whatever you want to think about. It could be balloons, and then they pop. Whatever you want. So let's do balloons. So there's 12 balloons, so I'm going to add 2 more balloons because there's always 12, right? So now I've got 12 balloons, and let's say that 3 of them pop. Oh no, they pop. So we cross out 3. 1, 2. So first we cross off 2. Now we're at 10. We have to cross off 1 more, which leaves us with 9. And we would write down 9. So as you're doing this, boys and girls, I want you to think when you subtract from 12, first, if you subtract 2, then you get to 10. And then how many more do you have to cross off or subtract to get your answer? So like in this problem where you have to subtract 6, if you have 12, let's say, balloons, and you cross off 2 of them, now you have 10, but you still have to subtract 4 more, because you'd have to subtract 1, 2, and then 4 more would give you subtracting 6, because 2 and 4 make 6. Does that make sense? Okay, so if I was subtracting 6, I would say, okay, let's get rid of these 2. Now I'm at 10, but I still have to subtract 3, 4,